So Brad, welcome. I'm really looking forward to the panel tonight. Could you tell me a bit about the sort of domains that you focus on?
Sure. So obviously mobility space is very important to Motorola Solutions. After all the restructurings at Motorola, which spun out the mobility business, which is consumer mobile, spun out enterprise business, all that, we're now focused primarily on public safety. And so as it relates to law enforcement, first responders, fire protection, all of the sort of public safety personnel that need mobile solutions and internet connected, device connected, intelligence driven types of solutions, that's what we're interested in bringing integrated into our products, which means partnering with startups is going to help us get there faster and probably more effectively.
Fabulous. And could you tell me some of the investments you've done in the past?
Sure. So one of our recent investments was in eye tracking, a company called iFluence. And so the idea there is, not to use eyes too much, but in this case we really want to use eyes for interaction. So the concept is to have hands-free, eyes up. So for law enforcement, you can imagine, or firemen, to be able to assess a scene without having to pick up a radio or change channels and all that sort of thing, or look down at a display, to be able to use your eyes to control devices through a head-mounted or head-worn display. So think AR, VR. So all the mobility plays that are going to be happening around augmented reality, virtual reality, to integrate the eyes as the primary interface. So being able to move your eyes to be able to change channels, to be able to see different text messages or other types of forms of communication, look at files, whatever it might be, just simply by moving your eyes. So that's one. We've invested recently, actually it was just announced this week, in a mobile consumer push-to-talk company, so basically a next-generation mobile communications innovator. We invested in a drone company, so we're sort of all in this space that's relevant for mobile, and IoT is very important also. All the sensors that law enforcement and fire protection agencies are able to use, for example, ShotSpotter is a company that deploys audio signal devices in cities, I think on let's say on light poles or places like that. They can pick up the location of a gunshot. So if a gun is fired, they can pinpoint exactly where that gunshot took place so law enforcement can go to the scene and respond to it immediately. So we're using technology in many different ways, through partnerships with startup companies, through the investments that we've made through the venture group, to bring this technology, next generation technology, into our intelligence-led policing, law enforcement, first responders, whole public safety domain.
Could you tell me one of the funniest things that's ever happened to you while you've been an investor?
Oh my gosh, funniest things. Okay, I will tell you one funny thing. Okay, so I was recently wearing AR, VR. I was wearing VR glasses, and I had them on. I was doing a demo, and they said, okay, this is the walk the plank demo. And so what it was is they had you walk along a cement floor with the virtual reality glasses on, and then they dropped both sides of the floor as you're walking down and pushed you way up to the ceiling. And they said, okay, now, and this is all just virtual reality. I know I'm in a hotel room floor, right? I know I'm safe and secure. And they said, no, take this 1 foot wide beam, just walk along that beam. And you're standing there looking at it, and you can see both sides are going to drop about 100 feet to the ground to your death, or you're going to get smashed up above. I took one step with my toes and said, no, I'm done, I took it off. Couldn't do it, I couldn't do it. That's how real virtual reality is.
Well, at least you got that far. I don't know whether I would. Thank you again, I'm really looking forward to the panel.
My pleasure, very nice to be part of it.